Welcome to What Lies Ahead. I'm your host, Chris Raffini, lead singer of the Long Island band Overthrow. On my podcast, I explore everything related to the hardcore scene through the eyes of artists, promoters, and record labels. As always, please like or subscribe on all social media platforms. For more information and updates, check out our Instagram page at @whatliesahead_podcast and find us on Facebook by searching What Lies Ahead. Now, on to the show. This episode's guest is Creech from Rebelmatic. They've released several albums and built a reputation for bringing energy and grit to their live shows. They're back with their brand new record, Sting the Devil, that just came out last Friday on Creep Records. We'll talk about the new album and what's in store for the future with the band. Creech, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming on.
How you doing, Chris, man? Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I've been looking
Of
forward
course.
to doing this.
Of course. And this is, the best part of the podcast from me is having a conversation with someone right when their new album comes out. There's all the excitement with it. Obviously, you're going to be playing a lot, which we'll get into. We're going to hit the album track by track. The album kills.
Thank you.
And we were talking before this, and you know, it's got Rebelmatic. It's got its own sound, but I hear like it's just this chaotic version of Bad Brains meets Suicidal Tendencies, but with your own style, you know, super catchy. First time I heard it, I like just all the songs were like stuck in my head. So you guys killed it on this new album, man.
Thank you very much. Then we did our job. If you should, that from you saying that, that's the intention, to hear it and be like it stays in your head after one listen. That's definitely purposeful of what we want to do.
It did, and perfect length songs. Everything was great. We're gonna get into that, but let's talk a little bit about you here, obviously. So why don't we talk your history of music, your influences, and what led you to hardcore?
I've been doing well. I'm from Queens. I live in Brooklyn, but I'm from Queens. I'm from Kelowna, Queens. I got into hardcore. I was in the metal before hardcore. I was in the metal probably like 88. I got into hardcore about 89. My first hardcore band was a band called Short Notice in high school. Went to school in Fresh Meadows, Francis Lewis High School, where a lot of famous alumni went before me and after me. The Sick of It All guys, my guy Aaron from Butterbrain went to Lewis as well, and more. I think Timmy Chunks from Token Entry as well went to Lewis. But
good company.
I got yeah, and I only knew Aaron in high school. I didn't know the other guys that older than me, but I learned later on that they all went to Lewis too. Man, I played sports up to like 14. All I wanted to do was play sports, and at about 15, I got into music. Like I was listening to music, but music was like the background. It wasn't like in the front of my life. And then it became some reason going to high school. It was like I remember early, like 10 years old, listening to like Quiet Riot and Twisted Sister and Def Leppard and like Motley Crue, Shout Out the Devil, but not buying the records, just hearing it on U68, like on the channel in New York. I was like, oh shit, what is, and just hearing it, but like, okay, and I'm still listening to whatever else is, 80s pop stuff and hip hop. But somehow when I got out of like not doing sports anymore, when I realized I wasn't as good as I thought I was, and music became the priority, probably about 88. And then it was just like my first tape I ever bought was Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon on the Wiz on 32nd Street in Manhattan.
Never forget that, right?
It's crazy. No, yeah. In the bargain bin too. $3.99 in the bargain bin. And from there just I kept snowballing. And like I said, I was in the metal first, so it was like from this hard rock metal from my first Metallica album was the Garage Days tape. Then I went back and Master Puppets and everything else. Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All, Megadeth, Overkill, Creator, all that stuff, Testament, going to shows, going to L'Amour's, going to the Ritz, and then we got into hardcore in high school, but just, trading music, and it was like where the wild things were, with the joint with Raw Deal on it, and Breakdown, and Gorilla Biscuits, and next thing you're hearing Warzone, and then Minor Threat, and then someone say, "Yo, you gotta check out the Bad Brains," and all that was like '89.
Wow.
And I was in a band. A friend of mine, David Cintron, took me to CB's. My first show at CB's was a Sick of It All show. at a matinee. My second show at CB's was Murphy's Law, and life changing. Prior to that, I went to like you know hardcore shows in church basements and stuff. But yeah, so that 15. I'm a lot older than 15 now. So more than three-quarters of my life I've been in the hardcore, and now I'm just like into every. I'm into the hardcore. I'm into like funk. I'm into soul. We're into hip hop. We're into all kind of music, and plus I rhyme too. So like after high school, right after high school, I started rhyming. Was in a hip hop group. We got signed in 1994 to Island Records, group
Oh,
called Triflix, produced by the Beatnuts, put out a bunch of independent records, did a lot of stuff, toured a lot on a hip hop tip, and then kind of got back into playing in bands about almost 20 years ago. I was like, man, I feel like the energy of the hip hop is not enough for me. I need to go back to playing in bands. So that's kind of how
mhm.
Rebelmatic got back into the mix.
Got together. So one step
Yeah.
back. What sports did you play, Creech? Was it one in
Football,
particular?
football I felt I was good at. I mean, I tried to play everything. I played baseball and stuff, stickball and stuff until I realized, oh man, at a certain age, that pitch is coming real fast, man. And that's these kids are throwing 70, 80 miles, and I don't like that. But football, and then after a while I just realized you're good, but you're not that good.
Uh,
Like you're fast, but you're not that fast. You're not, and I wasn't even trained. I would just play all the time. So, you have this lofty dream of like, I'm gonna play in the NFL, I'm gonna do this stuff, but then reality sets in. It's like, maybe
yeah.
not, maybe
Hmm.
not. And unfortunately it happened early enough. So, and when I went back to playing sports, it was just totally for leisure. Like, yeah, let's play a game. I'll play football, I'll play basketball, but now I don't have any illusions that I'm really good, but I was decent.
Having fun with it, right?
Yeah,
So
now it's
yeah, you go back to you spoke about your first show at CB's with Sick of It All, which is crazy,
yeah,
right? Now, prior to that, because you were into metal,
sure.
you going to you were going to Lemoore's, were you going to like
I went to
big shows at the
Lemore's. I went to
Coliseum, like big arena
nah.
show, like at that point, or no? It's just more of like the smaller clubs, we'll
Well,
call
I mean, I went to see Metallica at the Meadowlands in '88 and Justice for
it.
All. I mean, I remember seeing Leeway open for Overkill at the Ritz in like '88. Seeing like Biohazard open for Create at the Lemore's. I seen Bad Brains at the Lemore's in '89. Um, so all like during that
Good
time, but
ones.
the bigger one, like it was basically the Rich Lemoore's, CB's, and the big one, obviously Metallica at the fucking Meadowlands. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah, yeah, it's just whatever. Like wherever the music was, I was going. You
you were
know?
going. It sounds like that. So, Creech, so,
Yeah.
so you go to CB's, Sick of
hmm
It All. It had to feel like just a completely different vibe, right? Compared to the other shows you were going to.
Oh yeah, dude. It's like I was listening to. I heard the album. This is the first album. You know, Blood Sweat album. So I'm hearing. I'm like, oh man. But to get inside, right? Because everyone's hanging out. A couple bands play, and it's like, yo, got to go in. And then actually, Burn played that show too. And I later talked to like Gavin and Chaka, and that was their first show. I didn't know that, but they were like, that was our first show. I was just like, yeah, I've seen y'all open for Sick of It All at CB's back in like '89. And so he's like, that was our first show. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Um, I remember excitement and the fact when like G.I. Joe Head Stomp came on, the whole fucking place was shaking.
Mhm.
Oh, it was clobbering time. And it's just like, but I'm talking about like everybody's moving and the whole thing is just, you're like, what the fuck is going on? And it's scary, but incredible. And um, then learning later that these guys are from, I knew they were from Queens, but I was like, oh shit, running into Lou at like fucking 7-Eleven on Northern Boulevard. I was like, what the fuck? And then later on, run into him on a train. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing on the train? He's like, yeah, we're fucking work. We did. So that was really cool. Yeah, that was, but the life, all that was like incredible. Seeing Bad Brains was life altering. Seeing Sick of It All was amazing. Seeing Murphy's Law was like, oh, hardcore could be really fun. This shit could be fun and still aggressive, but fun. Murphy's Law taught me that. And Bad Brains taught me the whole fucking like dexterity and all this other crazy shit. Just blew my fucking mind. And that was at Lemoore's. Yeah.
Some
Life
cool.
altering shit.
Oh yeah, some cool stuff, cool shows. So said from there, I'm going to fast forward a dab here, but you talked about like obviously you had a little bit of the hit, you had the hip hop career, you put out some albums, some EPs and stuff,
Mhm.
but you said you wanted that feel of being back in a band and I guess the
Yeah,
heavy
yeah,
music, we'll call it the heavier aggressive style
yeah,
music. Um,
yeah.
when did the idea now when you stop when you kind of put aside doing the hip hop stuff, what was Rebelmatic like ready to go or there was a little
Nah, it was more like I ran into this kid that went to high school with me. He knew I was in the band in high school. He's like, "Yo, I always wanted to play with you," and I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy because I've been thinking about playing back in bands again." He said, "Yeah, I'm telling you, da da da." And so he was the original bass player. Shout out to him, Doc Burns, and and then from there, we just started meeting people. And it was like over the, he's not in the band no more, but then meet a drummer, meet a guitar player. Then our guitar player who's been there since every show. Well, he's been there from the beginning, but we played one show when it wasn't Rebelmatic. It was like Creature and Band. And
okay.
we had another guitarist, this kid Joe. Um, then Alcatraz from my neighborhood. Me and Alcatraz from Corona, Queens. So he's seen us like, yo, I gotta play with you, and then it was like, yo, good, because this kid doesn't want to play anymore. So perfect. And yes, I just knew I needed to play back, get that energy back of the live feel. Like I just felt
Mhm.
like I loved, I still love rhyme. I still rhyme. I love like hip hop and I love all that stuff, but I just felt like I needed that
Uh,
grit and that groove and that, like I needed all that. So and that was like I start thinking about it again probably like late '07, but it came together as Rebelmatic in '08.
oh wait. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
did you have any ideas for songs? Did you have an idea of what you wanted the band to sound like? Or it just was like you got a bunch of guys together and then this is what comes of
I
it?
mean, there's always going to be influences. I mean, like, I'm influenced by Public Enemy. I'm influenced by Bad Brains. I'm influenced by all this shit. Like, I'm a hardcore kid, but I'm a hip hop kid. So it's like, like I know Slayer's albums from back to, like I
Mm.
know Metallica, I know Slayer, I know like Motorhead, I know the Ramones, I know all this shit. So all that's this there, right? And not even just talking hardcore and hip hop, funk, and then got alternative. So like I knew it was gonna be some hard shit. It was gonna be some when I say hard, it's gonna be some shit that's driving. It's gonna be some shit that's driving, and it's gonna be rebellious. Because I
Hmm.
think I wanted to came up with the name without Public Enemy. It's inspired by Rebel Without a Pause song. Like I was thinking of a name and I was like, oh
Oh,
man.
cool.
And I always thought of like Automatic, Rebel, man. I was like, oh, Rebelmatic. And it sounds like a name. It's like Illmatic already out of Nas had that. But I was like, and I was like, oh, well, the concept is like Rebel Without a Pause. Like once you know what you're rebelling against and you're standing what you're saying, you don't gotta overthink it. You be it. So that was like, and it sounds cool and it looked cool writing it. You know what I mean? So I didn't have a specific sound, but it was more like our first album we came out with, like some of it I'm rhyming on because I was coming off tour from hip hop, going to Europe,
Mm.
coming back, and I was like doing the band stuff. Just started doing the band stuff, but I'm like, man, I'm working on the next album. But then I was like, oh, you know what? I kind of want to go in the direction of the band right now. So any ideas I had that I thought were good, I was putting towards Rebelmatic. You know what I mean? But of course, over the years, it changes, it grows. You dive, you get, like I don't rhyme on our shit at all no more. Um,
Hmm.
it just changes because you evolve. You get new
You evolve and
players.
progress, right?
Yeah, you evolve. And I mean, shit, we don't play like 500, 600 shows, man. Like we play a lot. We
Hmm.
don't toured a bunch. We don't play. So you grow. I mean, our current lineup, like the majority of us been together like 13 years. So like we don't have to talk too much about like I don't write set lists down. I'm like, yo, this is the set. We're doing it. I don't so and I've known our drummer for 20 plus years. I know my guitar player for like damn it, like 30 years, and now I know my bass player now for like 13, 14, like 14 years. So we're like a family. So
Yeah,
we didn't have a set sound, but there were definitely influences that were there.
that's great. And then so let's get into the new album. So when did the idea start? Like, did you guys after the last one start writing songs, or was it just like let's start writing for the new album, or it just kind of happened naturally as you were going here?
What we like the last album came out like literally April of 2025, right? But we had that
Hmm.
album done already. That album was done for like a year before it came out. So we're
Black
already
hole,
we're
right?
like,
It's
yeah, Black Hole
yeah,
Eats a
it's a
Tornado.
tornado.
We're already was like, I'm not like over it, but we're like, yeah, this is a great album, but we're already. So I was like, yo, we got more stuff. Let's start working on the next joint. I was initially Sting the Devil initially was gonna be an EP, a 5-song EP that I wanted to put out like maybe right, like a little bit after the
Oh,
Black Hole Eats a Tornado. And then I was like, I think I was taking it to a couple of labels. They're like, "Yo, you should do a whole album." I was like, "Nah, it's an EP, it's an EP." And then I was just like, listening. I was like, you know what? Let's fucking 10 songs. Because a couple of songs we re-recorded because I was like, we had them, and I was like, I want to re-record with better production, new stuff, put a new spin on it. There's a couple albums that we had songs we had on it, so um, some of the songs, most of the songs was just like we're jamming and new ideas, and some was like, I want to re-record that song. I want to re-record this song. Like 3 songs we re-recorded from like older records, and others, everything else was just like, yo, these are ideas we got laying around. Maybe let's tweak this. Let's take this, change this music. Or I got these lyrics for this song. I know that riff you had before. This will work with that. It wasn't Frankenstein, but it was very like we're always kind of work. We're already working on the next one already. Like we're already out.
I was one just from you talking, I could tell.
Dude, I'm
I could
already
tell
working.
you got plans for the future already
Oh
for it,
yeah, I'm
right?
already working. I've already got like 4 or 5. Like I got like lyrics for like 4 or 5 songs already. I got riffs already. Cats
Great.
got. We already like stockpiling because it's kind of like we're all still within living distance to each other. Everyone's in New York City still. We all record our albums all together. So when we jam, we come up with ideas. We crystallize them. Okay, record that. Listen to it. Let's go. Next rehearsal, let's work it. I'm like, oh, I wrote something to the stuff we were playing out. I want to add this part. I want to change this part. So we're always, it's like, it's never like, oh, we got a new album, chill. It's like, dude, we're
Mhm.
creatives. Let's
Yeah,
work. And we all,
right.
like I said, we're still all around each other enough. We're all around each other. Once you get to a point that people, it's not easy to get everyone in a room together to practice and jam, it's harder. Now you're like, oh, I'm sending someone a riff. But it's like, yo, can we work? Everyone's available next week. Let's rehearse, on Sunday for 3 hours. So yeah,
Just
we're
get it
working.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we're always working. I'm never like not thinking about news joints. I'm always like, yo, I got ideas ever. Because I always
Yeah.
just think we keep expanding this shit. It's like it's more shit we can do, you
With
know?
this, so with this record, the 10 total songs, correct?
Yep.
Now, were there any other songs that were recorded that you did not put on the record, or this is you went in with the 10 and this is what you were putting on?
Yeah, it was like we had 5 first. We recorded 5 because, like I said, it was gonna be an EP, and then I was like, no, let's do it. Let's make it a whole album. So let's do 5 more. And it was like, okay, we got these 2, and these other 3 we've been working on. Let's tighten them up and go record it. We did it in 2 sessions, but in reality, is
Wow.
we could have knocked the whole record. Listen, and I keep telling people this because it's the reality of it. It's like we knocked the first 5 songs out in 6 hours. We could have knocked the whole album out in 6 hours. Like I promise you,
Amazing.
every record we do, we record together. We record, but it's like we're not freestyling. We go in, we kind of know. We usually play the songs out. I know you're gonna ask me those questions anyway, but we play the songs out usually before we even record them. When we know we're gonna go into the studio, it's like, yo, we're gonna go in the studio. We're gonna go practice a couple times, run through this whole shit until it's perfect. So when we go in, it's no fucking up. It's no playing games. It's like we're here to knock shit out. And it's like
Yeah,
when I mean knock 6 hours, I mean like all the songs, uh, scratch vocals, do the vocals. I'll do the whole album. I'll do the whole vocals over again. Y'all go get some pizza. I'm gonna do the whole album. I'm gonna do everything again in an hour. Do
that's
all
great.
do all the overdubs, everything. So when by the time we're leaving, it's like, oh, give us like a little rough mix, and then we'll pay you to start mixing the songs. It's literally like that. It's literally,
That's great.
and it's yeah, and it's just because we're well-oiled machine and we just work right, and like, and it's no like we don't kind of come in. What are we doing? It's like, nah, I'm not even going into the studio if we don't know what we're doing.
Right. You go when you're
I'm
ready to go.
ready to
What
go.
studio did you record this album?
My guy Mike Pacello. Shout out to Mike Pacello. Mike has recorded the last 4 of our records. Mike Pacello in Baldwin, New York, who we met through Mark O'Connell, formerly of Taking Back Sunday.
Okay.
Um, Mike is a great guy, Grammy nominated engineer, and it's just, man, it's in his basement, and it's amazing, dude. It's like he gets us what we're doing, and I don't think anyone else we could record it like how we record it and get it how we get it with this guy. Like he's a very
Mhm.
important integral piece to what we do. So we don't have to tell him like we're like, yo, boom. Oh yeah, I know what y'all gonna do. How many songs y'all going? I'm gonna do like 10. Oh, we're gonna do five. Oh, okay. That's easy for y'all. That's easy for y'all. That's like I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna take, we'll knock this out in 3 hours and we'll fucking have time to listen to it back and see and edit shit if we need to edit. But
That's
I'm
dope.
very happy about it. I'm very happy about it.
That's great. And it's great that it went fast like that because you hear sometimes some bands it takes a long time to get everything completed in the studio. So,
And sometimes I would be worried about sharing that because I don't want to sound like I'm boasting about it. But it's really, I'm telling you, if we bring a camera with us and recording it, people will be like, "Holy shit, they're for real!" Like it's. I brought a friend of ours to the studio before, and I told him, I said, "Nah, dude, we knock out everything." Like he's like, he believed me, but he didn't. Like when he saw it, he was like, "Oh shit." Like you're
mm,
serious. I'm like, dude, this is not. I don't need to. It's not a brag shit. I'm being honest. And like I said, and we're able to do it because we've been playing together so long, and we know what we're doing. It's not because we're like, oh, we're just gonna freestyle some shit out the air. It's like, no, we played these songs a bunch. We play them out live before we go in the studio. We're going to rehearse it again. We rehearse. We're not going in. I know every lyric by heart, everything
right. You don't
before
need
we go
sheets
in.
here. You're good. Your
I never
phone or
use a
whatever.
cheat, nothing. I know it like I'm performing it in front of you.
It's
So
great.
that's why it works out. It's not because I'm like, oh, wait, what's the lyrics? Nah, then it would be like, damn, this is going to take a minute, you know? But it's
Hmm.
no pressure because it's kind of like, no one's expecting us to keep coming out with albums every other year, every year. Like it's like that's us. If we didn't have this album out, it's still an album that came out last year, and the year
Right.
before we had a live album. So in hardcore, like let's be honest, you have a good album. If you get an album, that good album that catches on, you can live off it for the rest of your life. Whatever live off it means. You know what I mean? As far as
Mhm.
just playing, people like, yo, this is the same album I've been hearing for 30, 40 years, but I fucking love it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just like, I just want to. I want us to have like at least a piece of your playlist where it's like, yo, I got like 40 Rebelmatic songs on here. Like I got
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
50 Rebelmatic songs. These are fucking good.
Right.
Ideally,
So with this record, how did you connect with Creep?
Will Romario, Will from Insane
Will's the
Eric.
man. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, Will's a great guy. Will was like, yo, um, let me I'm like, yeah, I got this EP thing. I'm gonna knock the whole album out though. He said, look, let me hear what you got, cause we might be interested in putting it out, man. So I send him with stuff. He was like, yo, we definitely and then we definitely wanted to put it out. And then I met Eric, the owner of Creep in a show, and he's like, yo, Eric's a big fan of y'all. And then we just talked, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. Cool. And we put out our other record with another label. We put out the last three records with different labels. But Creep, one thing I like about them a lot is like they got ideas. They
Hmm.
respond to calls. And I'm saying that to everyone else who I've worked with who don't respond to calls. You know what I mean? I'm saying but shout out to my guy Scott from DCPC. We put out a live album through him, and he's a great guy. He's a very responsive guy and very hands-on. But yeah, that's I met him through Will, and they've been really good, man. They've been really, really like on it with Peter, the publicist, and just everyone just, staying on stuff and brainstorming what you need. You need to be able to brainstorm different ideas and see that people are passionate about your project, you know?
Yeah. Seems like a perfect marriage, right? Obviously, to get it out because you're excited about it. So let's get
Yeah,
into the new
yeah,
record, man. Let's go
absolutely.
track by track here.
Absolutely.
And then we'll start with the first track on the record, Burn the Boats. You just
Burn the
released the
boats.
single a couple of
Like a
months
month.
ago. Yeah, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
just came out a couple of months ago. Well, this is
Yeah,
June
yeah.
at this point in time, so it'll be released in April. So let's
Okay.
talk this song
Right.
stylistically, what you were going for with it, and lyrically.
So stylistically, honestly, it started from a riff that Alcatraz came with. And he came up with that riff in the studio for another song.
Mm.
And I was just like, and he's a master of this. He's a master of like coming up with shit that he doesn't even realize. I'll be like, oh, whoa, what the fuck was that? It sounded like some Zeppelin shit. He's like,
Mm.
oh, that was just new. No, no, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's crazy. And we put it first initially we had it on another song for a part, like a like not a main part. And I was like, nah, dude, take that off that other song because that other song is fine the way it is. That has to be a fucking song. That has to be the lead. And I already had the lyrics. I had the lyrics because we had different music to it that I kind of came up with. And I was like, and I listen. I'm kind of real critical on our shit on my especially even stuff that I come up with. I'm like over the time I'm like nah, this shit ain't that. The lyrics are good. The fucking music could be way better. And when I heard that riff he came up with, I was like, yo, that riff you came up with that other song, this will match perfectly what I'm saying.
Just connected. Mhm.
It just connected. And then even the sample, that's from a movie, The Spook That Sat by the Door. It's
Yeah.
almost time. So I just like sound bites. And the lyrics are just like about, yo, if your back is against the wall and you're left with no choice, what are you gonna do? Sink or
Mhm.
swim, burn the boats. It's like burn the boat, learn to swim, back against the wall, we choose to live. It's like sometimes you can't have too many options about me. If someone puts a chokehold on you right now, your natural instinct is going to be to fight to get it off you,
Mhm.
right? Even if you're not a fighter, but naturally, that survival instinct kicks in. So it's kind of about that. Just like, yo, listen, burn the boats, learn to swim. Like, don't leave yourself an option of like really trying to live a big life and thriving.
Yeah, it's a great opening track,
Thank
and it
you.
sounds like what you said, because I want to get into actually the track list structure of how you
Hmm.
did that, but you said it right then and there, like you just knew this was the opening track.
Oh yeah, 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 dude. That
Like you
I
just
heard it.
knew.
Yeah, yeah, I heard it. I was just like, oh nah, dude, that's Du-du-du-du-du-du.
Nah.
East Coast Stomp.
Mm.
Du-du-du-du-du. New York City. Du-du-du-du-du-du. Oh, hell yeah. That shit, that was, I know about, like, because I listen to this shit so, like, I'm a 16-year-old or, like, it's a fan. Not that's me. I'd be like, yo, if I heard this shit, and I hope it's like, this shit would make me hype if I just heard it. It just come in straight
Uh,
up. Yeah, so, yeah. It felt right as a set-off song. You know what I mean?
it
Yeah.
is. And it is. It's a
Yeah,
great choice for it.
I
So,
appreciate it.
song two, Heaven Right Now. And that's the one,
Mm.
I guess, where and again, in your own style, I hear that
Mm-hmm.
suicidal vibe a little with this one.
Mm.
It's just it just reminds me of it. And but then you guys it kicked in. It's got these fast parts, marchy parts. It's catchy.
Right.
So let's talk about a little bit about this one.
Heaven right now, we were in DC. My friend Anthony Smallwood's studio. Shout out to Anthony and the whole DC crew. Meet Ramsey Jones, our drummer. He's like, yo, Anthony has like equipment, like drums and guitars and stuff. Ramsey just starts playing that riff. Dum, 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 dum. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I just I just start humming it. Like I didn't have the lyrics yet. I was
But you had the cadence, it sounds,
I
right?
had the
Yeah.
cadence right
Yeah.
away because I was just and then it was like I was like, yo, a fat like because sometimes on our choruses we kind of go into more groove. And I was like, yo, make it a fast part for the chorus. And then like the term heaven right now, I had it in my head for a minute. It was just kind of like, you know what? Like, dude, why do we always have to die to get to heaven? Why can't we have heaven on earth? I don't want to.
Mm.
That's what the chorus. Like, I don't want to die. To feel, I don't want to have to die to get to heaven in the sky. I just want to thrive, feel heaven while I'm alive. Heaven right now. So it's uplifting, but at the same time, well, not but it's uplifting, but it's not overly thought out as far as like, yo, this. I mean, you know what? Let me be clear. I do have intent with the music. I try to make it like I just come. I like to say it. I like to have hopeful music. I like to have
Mm.
music with intent that's gonna uplift people. I'm gonna say it like it just came in. No, I do purposely like to write shit that's it's gonna be more like when it resonates with people, it's gonna be like, oh shit, he said this is some uplifting shit. Searching for the answers I already knew. In my darkest hours, it's color me blue. Sitting in the room and I say to myself, is depression kicking in? What's up with my mental health? Like trauma porn being passed around like bad news. Yeah, so I got even in the styling, it's kind of I heard that just from his riff. I just heard that from dum, dum, dum,
Same.
dum, 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 dum. And that was all Ramsey. Ramsey came up with that. I was just like, that's fucking brilliant. So, but we made it in DC. We made that
That's cool.
jamming that in DC.
It
Yeah,
just came, right? You just heard it, and then the
oh,
song, and
just
then Heaven Right Now is born, you know?
yeah, I heard him. I heard it said, and I was just like, "Yo, just record." Somebody put their phone record. I don't even got the lyrics yet, but I got the cadence,
Yeah. As
and
long as
I'm
you
a
have that
one.
recorded, you're good.
Oh yeah, once I got the cadence, I'll flesh the words out. The words are there. But yeah, that's how that was. I was very happy about that one. I really like that one a lot too.
So the third track, Alive on Arrival, which I believe that was the first single back in March.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm
yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
Yeah. It has a
yep,
nice
yep.
little like moshy heavy part at the ending. It's a catchy heavy part, which is really cool.
Right,
So
right.
let's talk about this one.
Alive on Arrival, I came up with the riff in the shower.
Oh,
I was just like dum 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 bum 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 bum. Oh, the bless. I was just doing it, and I beatboxed it, and I sent it. Yo, this is a song. I got because a lot of the music I don't play. Most of the riffs I come up with, I just doom 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 boom. I'll be like,
I know what you mean. Yep.
I'll be like, bam 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 do 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 bam 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 boom da da boom boom boom. So I'll just beatbox it to them, send it to them like, yo, this is the idea I got, and we'll build upon it. On the joints I come up with mostly, but the joints we all come with together, everyone has different process. But Alive on Arrival, I came up with those parts and then submitted it to them, had them play it out, add their flavors to it. Um,
You know,
yeah,
let me ask
that's
you a question with that, with the beatbox stuff.
mhm,
Do you feel that might be just your creative process, but do you feel that
mhm.
also comes from your hip hop background doing this?
Sure, but then it's funny. I feel that. I mean, I think it's just because I don't play instruments. But I'm
I'm with
musical.
you. I'm a singer as well, so I do not.
Yeah,
I don't play. So
but
what you're doing, I know exactly what you're describing.
yeah,
So,
I'm musical, and I can hear when the stuff is out of key. I'm like, nah, dude, that's the wrong riff. Like, I'm like, I don't be like, oh, is that A or E? I'm like, dude, listen, you got to bring that up higher, and dun dun dun, not dun dun dun, it'd be dun 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 dun, dun, like so. Yeah, and then I learned like James Brown creates music like that. Michael Jackson
hmm,
created music like that, and I learned that later. I was, oh, that's crazy because I'll come up with a whole. And like I said, I don't come up with all the music. I don't want to act like that at all. Just this song, I came up with the majority. I came up actually all the music on that, but they played it, so we all came up with it.
hmm,
Um, yeah, it's just the joints I personally in my head they're either gonna be it's always gonna be a groove. And that's why the lyrics always fit good, easy, because it's kind of like, I'm just, da, ba, da, ba, 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 da, 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 and I just know, and then Alive and Arrival was just kind of like it's inspired by an old Ice Cube song and the title and Inspector Deck from Wu-Tang saying, I'm alive on arrival. But I'm like, I want to turn this shit into an anthem. And plus, I don't like the idea of a bunch of people singing Dead on Arrival. I just
hmm,
don't like it. I don't like. I mean, I get it. People die. I get it. But I just want to raise the vibration. So I think it's cool. Alive on arrival
hmm.
instead of DOA, AOA.
No, that's
The-
cool. It's catchy too, this one.
Thank you, thank you.
Fourth track, Pick It Up and Go.
Oh yeah, that's Ramsey too. Ramsey came up with that music. I don't know, did he come up with it in DC? He might have came up with it in DC too. He definitely came. Ramsey came up with that music, and man, I was just like, it sounded different from the stuff we usually do. And I was like, but it sounded good. It had a never giving up on myself again. Uh the term like so my girlfriend at the time, well, she's still my whatever, yeah, my girlfriend at the time. She still is. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter. she, she says to me in a conversation about like, health and eating and stuff. She's like, I'm never gonna give up on myself again. I'm never gonna like put myself, like do shit that's gonna affect me in a negative way. And I was like, oh, I like that. Never. So I just wrote the lyric, never gonna give up myself again. No
Ah,
more doubt settling. What's in my? Because it just if I for me as a vocalist, I'm not like a slave to a style. Meaning like I can't scream on a song like that. I don't want it like that.
mhm.
It does. It feels like as a songwriter, it doesn't work for me. Am I technically able to? Yeah, of course. But to me, in my mind, I'm like, no, it's melody in there. right? There's
Mhm.
melody, there's a groove. So I just try to do my best to match the music vocally. Um, and it started from the spark of her saying, "Never giving up myself again." Well, Ramsey making the music, but then her saying, "Never gonna give up myself again." Shout out to Shayna. Um, and then pick it up and go. I heard the chorus when the music when it was like a part of my writing, probably from rhyming for so long. I can hear, and this music, I hear the sounds, like I can hear the chorus in it. I just gotta dig it out. So I'm like, uh, pick it up now, let it go, let it go, let it go. Ooh, go. I just heard that when I heard the music, and it came out. So it was. I'm happy about that song. It's one of them. If you've listened to the last couple albums, we always kind of have a different bop to songs. Like we always have a
Mhm.
song that's a little more. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that to come. Like that's kind of cool. That's a little bit more. I don't want to just say alternative, but more like not new wave, but it's just different. It's not. It's not as it's not. It's not live on arrival, burn the boats. It's a little like more groovy, a little bit more maybe melodic.
That's what's
You
cool.
know.
And I think I may have said it to you before, or I said it on this when we were recording this. There's something for everyone with it. So there's a differentiation of songs, which
Yeah,
is great for the listener, but also for you as being in a band, right? Like, you just don't want to have
dude.
10 tracks of the same thing.
I can't do that. We
Yeah.
can't do that. I cannot do it. A friend of mine was like, "Yo, if the album's gonna sound like Burning Boats, you got." I was like, "Yo, listen, that's a song. Every song don't sound like that.
No.
I mean, it don't like we can't do like we just don't do that. It just doesn't work because it just doesn't work for us. I don't want to do the same shit over and over. I just
Right.
don't like. And but it's not like we can't do this. It's kind of like automatically. It's like, oh, that's a dope idea. Let's put that together, and it
And see,
becomes something different.
and see where it goes. So
Yeah.
fifth song, Everything's a Mess.
Oh yeah, that's a song that we had a long time ago. That
Oh,
I was like, our friend, our brother, our original drummer Sticks, rest in peace, Len Nomatov, who passed away. He came
uh,
up with that music, and I was just like, dude, this fucking music is amazing. And I was real for a while, but we had it on like an earlier EP, and I was like, it sounded on the EP was just raw, and um, I was like, we got to do this again the right way, better production. I was a little apprehensive because he's not alive anymore, but I know he knew he was one of the drummers, one of the only drummers he really respected was Ramsey. Like he knew Ramsey was an incredible drummer, and they were friends. So I was like, he would give Ramsey approval to re-record his drum. You know what I mean? Ramsey played his own way, but Sticks made the music for that. Our old original drummer. Um, some people are calling me right now. I can't talk to them now.
yeah.
Um, and I wrote that about 10 years ago, man. 10 or
Oh,
12.
wow. That's an old song.
10 and 12 years ago. Yeah, I wrote that like 12 years ago. Damn, wait, what years? No, about 10 years ago, I wrote that. Yeah. I wrote it 10 years. We just re-recorded because I was like, yo, people didn't hear it how they needed to hear it, and we're better, right? We're better. We know how to do it better. And production, we know how it's supposed to sound. We did when we originally recorded on 4 track because I wanted to have a raw sound. I was like, nah, dude, let's have the best production and still keep it gritty. Uh it was about what's going on in the world. Like, it just and the reason I re-recorded it too, I wanted to re-record it because I was like, one, for the production value, because it was a great song that needed to get more light. And plus it fit the theme of the record. It was
Ah,
like, dude, this shit right here. Because I was like, we got the other four, but this is a beautiful, this fits perfectly with these 5 songs we have initially. So I was like, yo, and the lyrics about gentrification, all kind of shit that's going
uh,
on. Where the world's a fucking mess.
yeah.
Even though there's a lot of PMA and positive and light in our music, we're aware of what's going on too. So hence everything's a mess.
Mhm.
You want to find. I think I say you want to find death, they'll sell it for cheap. You want to buy death, they'll sell it for cheap. Blah, boom, 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 boom,
Mhm.
boom, boom. Yeah, I mean, rest in peace to Sticks, man. I absolutely love that song. I love that song. One of my
Yeah, it's a nice
favorites.
tribute to him on this one too, that you were able to do that. Like how it fits the record
Yeah,
perfectly, all that, right in the middle of the record too, right?
absolutely.
That's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
this sixth track, Not Today.
Ooh, that's the third single. That's the third single.
Hmm.
Not today, man. Um, sheesh. That's one of my favorites. I mean, actually, this is one of my favorite albums. I don't want to. I know everyone says this is my favorite, but like, I love that song too. Because we had another song. I don't remember what it was called, but I was like, man, I like something we was jamming on that we never recorded. I was just like, yeah, this doesn't. It's cool, but it's not what I want it to be. Different lyrics, different whole thing, and we were working on ideas for not today. I think like different riffs. Like I don't remember who had what riff. Maybe Alcatraz. I don't know. Someone had a riff, and we had the chorus part, doom, 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 the fast part. Not today, not today. Because we were working on a whole different vibe. I was like, yo, let's do some shit that's totally not what we regularly do. And then I had that, and I was like, yo, let's change it up. Let's make a faster chorus. We don't usually have faster chorus. We have like slowed down choruses. And the lyrics was just kind of it's kind of social political too. You know, it's kind of you know starve the doubt, keep the faith, tell the devil to his face he's a lie. In DC you can't hide. Strangled by the red, white, and blue. American dream was never for you. It's true. Give us our flowers. So it's it's social political, but it's a
Hmm.
feel good song too, man. It feels good. Hand claps. We got hand clap, man.
Yeah, it's upbeat,
Bum,
like upbeat feel
bum.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of our music is very celebratory, and resilience and resistance. I love that song. I really love that song. I mean, I love all of them, but I like that song a lot. I mean, it makes me feel like a summer in a park.
Hmm.
You know, summer in a park. I'm in a
Hmm.
park. Summer in a
Hmm.
park. It makes me feel like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, I don't know if I
That's cool.
answered it well enough, but not
No,
today.
you did.
Yeah.
No, for sure you did. Track seven, I rather.
Oh yeah. I'd rather suffocate than what you make us suffer. That's man. I don't. We were jamming some. I think we were jamming in Rivington. I don't know if Alcatraz came up with the riff. I don't and what? What? I know the what part I took from Noriega from Capone and Noriega. That's some hip hop shit. What? And that's some New York shit too. What? What?
Yeah.
What? I ain't with talking. I'm just with the passion. What you gonna do? Wow, okay. You know, very like kind of punky and like hard. And then like the chord, I'd rather suffocate than let you make us suffer. Oh, yeah, that's when in that chorus, like I didn't think about the chorus until I heard the breakdown, and
No.
it felt like I was supposed to like say that. I'd rather suffocate than basically saying, look, I'd rather decide in my own hands than let you fucking put me in misery.
Hmm.
Like I rather, they say die. There's a saying you rather die on your feet than die on your knees. You know what I mean? Like you want to stand for something. So it's like saying I'd rather suffocate than let you make us suffer. Before I would let you make us suffer, I'd rather fucking suffocate. Kind of on some like I don't want to say Harry Carey, but some honor shit. Some honor. It's like some
Hmm.
honor. Like we standing for something. So
Cool.
and it's a hard track. I mean that's one of the tracks in the gym if I'm on a bike, I'm like, oh, hey, that you make us so. And then and it's too cool because like you get even tonality because I don't always use that same voice and I don't always go there. It's like, but I can do that. I can do it. But yeah, that's a really good song. I like that. I rather say.
Yeah. A good one.
Thank you.
Number eight, boundaries.
Boundaries. Oh, it's a great song too. Boundaries came about musically. It came about. We had another songs, not even songs that were on albums. We had a song that we recorded between EPs and albums. And after further inspection by myself, I was like, it got elements, man, but this shit ain't that good. Like to me, I was like, but there were parts that we wound up using for the main riffs. I was like, but these are. I told him like the parts we have that you hear as boundaries now. I was like, yo, these parts right here, they were like breaks, bridges from other songs, the ending, like transitions, and I was like, yo. we need to make a whole song using that and then add on from there.
Mm.
Make that the main part and add on from there. And that's what we did. We had another song that was cool, but there was elements of the other song that was amazing. And I was like, dude, my mind says alchemy. Take that. It's our music. It's our shit. We made the music. I'm telling you, take that part from there, these transitions, that other part from this other song we don't use anymore because I'm like, it's cool, but we want punchy stuff. Take them. I got some stuff for this, and it's gonna work. And then like once the music came together, I was like, oh yeah. And then the lyrics just kind of, well, I don't what the fuck am I saying on that shit? Oh, what the fuck did I say? Oh yeah, I know one thing. It said, I rather not rather. I said something about I refuse to dim my light to make you shine brighter. Refuse to uh basically I'm saying I'm not going to change who I am or one shouldn't change who they are because someone else has a problem with it. It's like if
Mhm.
some people have a problem with people being confident. It's like my confidence has nothing to do with your insecurity, just like your confidence has nothing to do with my insecurity. It might bring it out, but that's not the intent of it. And it's just saying boundaries, having respect and consideration for people. And then on a songwriting level, I just always want to make something you could sing to, regardless of the subject matter. The music has to hit, lyrically has to make sense, but when it comes to those choruses, those hooks, I want it to be something that, oh, I could sing that with you, or I would sing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's how I think. I'm thinking, how is this going to work live? Will this sound good live? And that's how I'll be thinking. Will this work live? Could I hear people singing this with me? And that's how,
Right. That's
yeah.
cool
So
too. Like what I like hearing about this too is how you connected it with another song and made it boundaries, in terms of what it was.
yeah, yeah, because there I don't they weren't I'm gonna say were scraps from other songs because we scrapped the whole song, but there was pieces from the song that I'm like, okay, this main riff from this other song is all right, but these parts that it breaks down that we're breaking
Mhm.
the song down and the trend, those are amazing. We need to make this song a new song with that. Fuck the other parts. Forget about the whole shit. From there on, we should make the song. And then they're like, yeah. I said, dude, I'm telling you. I listen to this. I sometimes listen to our music like it's not us. I'm like, yo, what the
Yeah.
fuck is that? And I'm like,
Mhm.
yo, put that together. And then plus, since I'm an MC, I'm like, oh no, no, yo, if I sample that and if I was right into that, this should be crazy. That's how I kind of be. I'm gonna write to this. No, fuck.
Mhm.
I want the best parts. I want the best mosh parts. I want the best transitions. I want the best grooves. I want the best parts of the song. So that's kind of how that happened.
How it came about. Wait, so we have two more. Song nine, Auction Block.
Auction Block is another old one that we re-recorded. Auction Block is from 2013. I was like, yo, listen, it was another one following the theme of the album. I was like, yo, we re-recorded Everything's a Mess. It sounds, you know, that music on Auction Block has always been some of my favorite music as far as like dips and turns and all the shit. And when I'm talking about, it's before we stopped playing it a long time ago, but it was when we were playing it, it was like a fan favorite. And I was like the same thing. I didn't think the production when we recorded it was as good as it is now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Sticks was on the song. My Primo was on it. But I was like, yo, we need to re-record it and bring it into this fold because this is going to make the picture. This is going to be a part of the bigger picture that helps people visualize it. So it was just kind of like, yeah, we need to re-record that song again. Get it better
Mhm.
production. It fits the theme. It fits the theme perfectly. It's always been a hard song. It has changes. It is us. It has
Yeah.
changes, it has groove, it has movement. And I was like, yeah, that's a song we re-recorded. But that's 13, 14 years old, man.
Right. But you updated it and made it more
Oh yeah, and we added different stuff
Rebelmatic
too.
of
Yeah,
2026, right? Which is
yeah,
great.
we definitely added like in the beginning, Ramsey added some different drum pieces on it, like some Latin drum part on the beginning. So it's like it's definitely a revised version, but we definitely add. But that's one of my favorite songs too. I don't want to
Cool.
keep saying that, but I love that song.
Well, you're proud of it. You're clearly proud of the record.
Yeah,
You should be. It's your new one, man. So it's like,
yeah, yeah,
when you go over track by track like this, you're like, Oh yeah, like this one's my favorite too. Because
Yeah.
you're going, you're reliving these songs now here. So the
Yeah.
last track here, "Don't Shoot." So I'm gonna ask you, why was this chosen as the last track?
Well, it's another song we re-recorded, right? And if you go to Spotify, that's probably our second most streamed song, right? We recorded that in what's the year? It's 2026. 2017. So almost 10 years ago. I wrote the lyrics like what, 13 years ago, 14 years ago. I wrote the lyrics a while ago. Probably when Trayvon Martin got killed, I wrote the lyrics. Yeah, I wrote it a while ago.
Mm,
But we didn't even put it out. I didn't do it. We put it out later. And but the music we put it out on an EP in 2017. And it was another one. I was like, yo, if it's the theme, it's fucking powerful music. It's one of our more popular songs. We don't even play anymore. We're probably gonna start playing again, but we stopped playing it. Um and it felt like a closer. It felt like a closer. It's like it's a party, but we got to let people know that we got thoughts, we got shit, we got stuff on our heart and things in our mind. You know what I mean? It's like
mhm,
so
mhm.
there's a social political aspect to it, and it felt like a closer, just like Burn the Boats felt like an opener. Don't Shoot felt like a closer, like boom, burn the boats, don't shoot, pow,
Right.
and
Perfect bookends. Like, and
yeah,
I like the fact that you took a song and re-recorded it, and it makes sense to end the record with it too. Even though I'm asking you
yeah,
that, like just seeing it, it's that's a cool way to go
yeah,
with it.
yeah. It's just and listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I was against re-recording songs. I'm gonna give credit to Mark O'Connell, man. I haven't even talked to Mark in a while, but I'm gonna give credit to him because our song Blood and Gold that's on our album Ghost in the Shadows from 2020. Um, he heard it and he was like, and we recorded it in 2017. He's like, yo, that's a hit song, but you should re-record. I said, yeah, I don't like re-recording songs, man. We got so much shit. We don't gotta re-record shit. Fuck all that. I don't go back in the past. He's like, I'm telling you, a couple tweaks here and there. Ba, 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 this song is gonna be one of your more popular songs. He was right.
Hmm. Your
Cut a
most
chorus
streamed
down
one
here.
too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, cut a chorus down here, do this and this. So from him even suggesting that 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I was like, yo, there are songs. The fuck am I? This are music. I'm not asking for them. These are songs we created. I wrote the lyrics to all these songs. Every song we have, I wrote every lyric for it. You know what I mean? And we created the music. So I'm like, why not re-record it?
Right.
There's a whole people. We have a different. Well, not different, but we have new audience. New people are just learning about us. Why not get the best of us? And I mean, everything's new again, but the majority of songs are just like, I felt like it felt the theme of what we're doing. It
Yeah.
felt right. Like we had other songs. I was like, we could re-record. I was like, nah, but that doesn't fit the theme of this album. It doesn't
Yeah.
fit the theme. This is the theme of this album. It feels urgent. It feels groovy. It feels hopeful, passionate, and it's talking about something. It's talking about something.
Right. Right. No, it's great. Great. 10 great songs. It's cool hearing the story for all of them, where they came from, all of their own
Thank you.
story. But let's talk a
Thank you.
little set list before we end off here, because
Yeah.
now, you're going to have the new album drop. The new album's out at this
Yeah.
point in time when this comes out. Do you plan on playing every song off this new album? Which it's
Nah,
tough,
dude, we
right? Because you
can't.
have other stuff, right? You have to play
We
Blood
got
and Gold. You have other stuff you have to play, right?
yeah. We
So,
gotta play Blood and Gold. We gotta play Get It
and you
Off. We
want to
gotta
play it. I
play.
don't mean it like, you know what I mean, right?
No, no,
So,
but yeah, but
you plan on
listen.
playing that, like, because, right, you want to test drive some of these songs, because sometimes songs connect with people that you don't think do, right?
Well, I'll tell you this: the majority of songs on this album we already played out live.
Oh, good.
We
Okay.
play we played Burn the Boats out live. We played Live and Arrival. We played Heaven Right Now. Of course, we played Don't Shoot, Auction Block. Everything's a mess. We played. There's some we haven't played out live, but the majority we played out live. Now, figuring that's been a thing right now, figuring out how to incorporate stuff from this album into the set and still keep, because we know we got to keep some of it. We know we got to it's like, you're not taking off Blood and Gold. You're not taking off Feel Some Type. There's songs that like we just know we can't take off. Um, so yeah, that's I don't know. It might have to be a special show. It's like we're just playing it in its entirety. but I don't think that's going to happen right away. It's going to definitely be like you're going to get new songs from the album, of course, probably like 4 or 5, and you'll get the songs you know too.
Perfect
You'll
blend,
definitely get
right?
this. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I listen. What we're playing. If we're headlining, we're playing 45 minutes. If we're direct support, we're getting what 30 minutes. And 30 minutes is like I don't say we laugh at 30 minutes, but 30 minutes you blow through 30 minutes. 30 minutes is like
Mm.
we got fucking like almost 50 songs. 30. You got to
Right.
decide what are you trying to do. Like okay, all right, the bangers. Oh, we have a lot of bangers. How much? I'll be like, well, what song? What do we? How much time do we have? Because all right, when we play these, and then it's like, what songs we haven't played that we love that people have been asking us to play, and we're just like, yo, it's not we don't want to play. It's just, it's hard to like, we're not gonna play 2 hours. We're not gonna play for an hour yet. Let us get to the next level, that other level where you're gonna fucking stay and see us for 2 hours. We could play for 2 hours, but are you gonna stay and see us and pay to see us? That's the whole the story. But yeah, we're actually working on that right now,
Yeah.
and
Right.
we
Because it's
put up.
coming.
Yeah, yeah. We put in. I just added a revised set list to the guys. The guys like, yo, I want to play the songs from the new album. No, no, no. I'm like, yeah, dude, of course. And we're gonna, but we got to still make it make sense. They got to like, I'm very much on the curation of it. Like, how's it flow? Because this album, on albums, I want them to flow how they flow. But when you're doing 2, 3 albums, I mean, we're basically gonna be playing stuff in the last 3 albums. That's gonna be the majority of what we play. So
Mhm.
how many songs? That's 30 songs, 31 songs. You know what I mean?
Can't
Like
play all of them. Yeah.
you can't play all of them. You can't play 31 songs, and they're not 1 minute songs. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta figure it out. But what a pleasant problem to have.
It is a good problem, right? Yeah.
What a good problem to have. Like, damn, what songs we're gonna play? Yo, play it. We go on the road. This kid's like, why didn't you play "Cooking Up the Medicine"? I'm like, oh shit. They're like, dude, that's my favorite song. I'm like, hey man, I get you. I don't know. We didn't play it. Like, not because we
Mhm.
don't love it, and that's from our last album. But there's always songs from an album we might not. Initially, when we did Ghost in the Shadows, like we played the whole fucking record, like every song. And
Mhm.
then we play a couple of, and then when we got to Black Oyster Tornado, it was like, all right, we got to play some of these songs from there. We obviously now we know like Blood and Gold is one of the songs we have to play. Get It Off is a song we got to play. Born and Win, there's songs we gotta play. Um, just trying to curate it so they get the whole experience. But we,
Let me
but
ask, well, so let me
go
ask you,
ahead.
when you play out of state, do you
Hmm.
look so with Spotify, so and on the other end of this for people who don't have a band or not, Spotify for artists on the other end, bands can see
Oh
where
yeah,
it's
wait,
being streamed, what states, with countries, with all that stuff. So
right.
if you're like, you're going to Washington, D.C., I'm DC's in my head because, and you're
Yeah,
noticing
DC
that
is good.
a certain song is like, do you look at that, like certain songs streaming in certain areas? Because it's also a crapshoot, right? Like sometimes it's, who knows,
I don't do that.
you go by
Who's what?
feel,
Yeah, I mean, dude, we're in your town, champ. We're in your town. We're giving
right?
you everything. What you want me to tell? Like, look, if we're doing like some like, hey, well, this is the 20th year of this album. What songs do you want to hear? We're playing in its entirety. Okay, cool. If our album gets that much cachet, where people were like, yo, Sting the Devil's the album of we want to blah 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 blah. And then we have to play it in its entirety. We'll play it in its entirety. It's not a big deal. And we'll play it in its entirety and still give you the songs you know too. Like, oh, Blood and Gold, blah blah blah. This song. So it's not. Nah, I don't even think. I don't even take requests, man. I don't even like
Mm.
requests. Yo, play this song. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't know. Like we never play cover songs. We've never played a cover song in our life in this band. Do we know songs? Of course. We know a bunch of songs. We could play a whole set of people's shit. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about not just hardcore, funk, hip hop. We could do a whole fucking, it'd be crazy. But we never, ever play a cover song. And I mean, we might wind up recording some covers because it's like, I feel like we're at that point now, like people who know us know enough of our music. And if you don't, there's enough to listen to be like, oh, this is how they sound. So
Mm.
we could do something else. We could do a cover that you wouldn't expect. And I just throw that in there too because not for no reason because covers are cool, but we just never fucking do them
Just don't do 'em.
ever,
Yeah. Then one more
ever.
set question. Would you love the opening track in the album? I mean, could you see that opening the set, Burn the Boats?
Oh, June 7th. Yeah, that should that that's going to be in there. It's definitely going to be. It might be with an intro. It might be with the intro from the last album to set it off to go into it. So that no, that's Burner Boats is going to be setting it off. It's just
Cool.
yeah, it's going to be setting. We've been contemplating that. We've been contemplating like different fields, but it's like especially in New York, we got some Pony, the product of New York to the day I die, POM. You play that in New York, it's like if people know it, it's a fucking bunch of people screaming PONY, PON, product
Mhm.
of New York to the day I die. But we then took that on the road and have people singing product of New York to the day I die. So, but yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time to like burn the boats. Like I said, it's a good problem to have, man. It's a good,
Yeah, it is.
it's
It
a,
is,
it's a,
especially when you have a big catalog like that and songs that people
yeah,
want to hear and you want to play. Like it's
dude.
great.
It is an absolute like privilege. You know what I mean? It's a privilege to have stuff that people have stuff that, like you said, people want to hear and stuff you want to play. I don't ever want to take that for granted because
Mhm.
whether how big our audience is or whatever, no one has to listen to you. No one has to be invested. No one has to interview you. No one has to do anything. So I don't ever take that for granted. Yes, are we a good band? Are we a great band? Sure. But still, I'm a very appreciative and have an extreme gratitude that people are invested in us in any degree. You know what I mean? Especially if
Yep.
that's really invested.
So what are the future plans for the band now? You got the record drop, records out,
Yeah,
shows.
yeah,
What do
yeah.
you,
We got we
what's
got
going on summer into the fall?
summer. We were playing Savage Mountain Punk Festival. We're playing now with like Agent Orange and Incendiary Device and some other bands. We're playing Punks and Poet Festival in September in Hampton, Virginia. That should be cool. We're going at the end of July. Well, the album will be out. So yeah, June 13th we'll be in Morgantown, West Virginia. One of our best places to play. We have the most like I don't want to say bizarre, but we have pockets of America that you would never tell a bunch of New York cats that these would be the places that people would like go crazy for. You like Green Bay, Wisconsin, Oshkosh, Wisconsin,
Mhm.
Little Rock, Arkansas. Like Morgantown, West Virginia. If you told me that before we've been to them places a bunch of times, I'd be like, really? Nah,
Okay.
no, that's crazy. So we'll be Morgantown, June 13th. We'll be in back in Wisconsin. We'll be in Oshkosh. I think the July 31st. I think the first will be in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The second it should be Milwaukee, and I said September. We already go play August, September. There's a bunch of shit, man. That's
Yeah.
just on the roster, and people just hit me up right now about some stuff in November. It was like, hey, what is your November looking like? A couple different run. We'll be on the road. We'll be on the road. We're gonna promote the hell out of this
Yeah, I
record.
want to
And
support it.
thank you. And listen, we got a coffee out too. We made a collaboration
Oh,
coffee with Dark Matter Coffee. They're based in New York and Chicago. It's a Rebelmatic Sting the Devil coffee. Cold brew. Fucking awesome. I don't even drink coffee no more, but I know coffee to a certain degree, and my guitarist drank it. And he says it's really good. So that'll be out. That's out.
cool.
By the time this drop, that's out. We should have some candles coming, some Sting the Devil candles, and some Rebelmatic Sting the Devil hot sauce.
Ooh, do a little of everything.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah. I'd be kissed, but if not, why not? Why not?
Mhm.
Why
Mhm.
not? Why the fuck not, dude? Why can't?
Exactly.
Why shouldn't we? We're not here to hurt nobody. We're
Mhm.
just here to enhance the ambiance. That's all
Yeah.
we're here to do. Have a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah, for sure. Crease, thanks so much, man. New record
I
kills.
appreciate.
Psyched for it. It's
Thank.
it's going to be out when this comes out. Psyched for you're probably
Absolutely.
psyched for people to hear it.
Definitely.
Anything you want to end with, Ben?
Listen, Chris, thank you very much for taking the time to interview me. I always appreciate insightful interviews. and people who are passionate about what they do. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Our band
Mhm.
thanks you. And man, well, I'll see you on Sunday, regardless. I'm gonna come to the show. But
Oh, cool.
this will already be out
Mhm.
after. But I'll see you perform. Um, yeah, no, just listen. Something that I've been really harping on is just, man, be good people. Like, music is important, and we're very fortunate to have that as a vehicle to do. But be a good person, be a kind person, be compassionate. Uh, and look out for your fellow humans to the best of your ability. But look out for yourself too in a holistic way, not in a selfish way, in a holistic way. Let's work on healing, especially within the hardcore community and the punk community and the heavier music community. I think a lot of times we focus a lot on the dire things in life and the nihilistic things in life. And having dealt with a lot of loss in life with close friends, family, and recovering addiction and all that stuff, man, I just want people to be the best version of themselves.
Mm.
Myself included, just be the best versions of ourselves because we all got in this shit because we were angry young youth, and it was a wonderful outlet for us to have to share that with like-minded misfits, outcasts, and outsiders. So yeah, and for the young people, just keep shining, man. Keep shining
Mhm.
and go out and make a fucking band. Go
Yeah.
out and
Oh,
make
for
a
sure.
go out and fucking make a band. Go play. Go
Yeah.
play, but don't be a jerk. Be a good person. It's they say nice guys finish last, but kind people make the world kind people are built to last.
Mhm. Mhm.
We're
Nah,
built
man,
to
love that
last.
PMA, and that was great. Great way to end off with everything you're
I,
saying there. So true.
I appreciate I appreciate you, man. Hey yo, make sure y'all check out Overthrow too.
Thanks, you brother. Thank you. Hang
Absolutely.
tight. I'm going to sign us
Absolutely.
off, and then we'll chat up when
Yes,
we're
sir.
done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening to the What Lies Ahead podcast, which is available on all streaming platforms. Go save the What Lies Ahead podcast playlist on Spotify that features all bands that were on the show. For more information on future episodes, you can go to my Instagram account and follow at What Lies Ahead _podcast and on Facebook by searching What Lies Ahead. See you on the next episode.